way back when I lived in Lansing in the mid-'80s for 25 years and was working for the State Department, Ron was out at Creative Health Institute, which is a place where people come from all over the world to detox and to heal when they have cancer. And as a last stage place, started by Dr. Ann Wigmore, who is the mother of the raw food movement. And Ron was out there in the greenhouse growing, doing his thing, growing microgreens, which is what he's going to tell you about today. And Dr. Ann believed in the microgreens because when your body is compromised, you need to get to the cellular level and get real serious about things, rather than go to pharmaceuticals and radiation and chemotherapy. So Ron, let's give a big hand for Mr. Ron Renfro. Why don't you just say a little bit about yourself, and then we'll give it to Shane, and then we'll let them eat.
Okay, my name is Ron Renfro, and as she said, I worked at Creative Health off and on since 1985. I was living in Manhattan, and I went there to visit Dr. Ann. A friend took me there, and we got there. We had 2 tables as long as this, colorful, all kind of food, and I walked around a couple of times looking for some chicken or either fish. So I said, well, maybe I'll sit down and ask my friend. So we meet. He said, this is a raw food, blah, blah, blah. Long story short, Dr. Ann spoke for about 3 hours, and she did some demonstrations. And I didn't hear a word she was saying, because the conversation I was in was, where was I going to stop to get something to eat on the way back? That was the whole conversation that consumed me. I could not see myself. I called myself a vegetarian, but I ate fish and chicken. And the only thing I heard Dr. Ann say was that a living body needs living food. When you cook it, you kill the necessary enzymes that the body needs in order to support digestion, to run it through, because diseases usually starts in the colon, where all the food putrefies and like that. So it made sense. I came back. I'm such an extreme, so I'm a non-practicing alcoholic. And strangely, when I was an alcoholic, I was also macrobiotic. And I've always been interested in health. But anyway, I came there. I came back for a month, and I came back to do the very next program, which was 2 weeks, and I felt so good, and I'm in the conversation about the purification of blood and blah, blah, blah. So my conversation, if it purifies the blood, that means the blood will go through my brain, purify my brain, and I can think somebody. So I did that and came back a month later and did a 1 month fast. I started off with energy soup, where you blend the greens, and then I did juice for the remaining 2 weeks. And I felt so good. That's where it started for me. And I'll tell you the rest when we...
All right, beautiful.